Hello there, you're welcome to Moment Z. If you've just tuned in, you're like real lucky because it's about to be lit up in here. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Something.
Well, I'm Lisa Mache, and of course I'm here with my sidekicks. Okay, say your name.
I'm Lumi.
Okay, and I'm Amanda. Sidekicks.
Oh, forgot to say sidekicks. Oh my lord, how you guys doing?
We're
good.
Fine. We're fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited actually. I'm not really sure why. Just like there's something in the atmosphere, you know.
Okay.
Just one of them days, you know.
Are you sure it's not the food that you have in the dressing room that you're thinking about?
Food is inspiring her.
What did you say?
I said food is inspiring you.
Absolutely.
Anyways, my spoken word of the day is from Eva Lodia. She's
Okay,
a singer, and she does this thing every Tuesday where, you know, she talks and inspires people. Let's watch it.
Nice.
You have gifts and talents that you're trying to develop every moment, but one of the best gifts that you have is the power of your word, and you don't even own it. In your ignorance, you have made a mess of your life by the things that you said. And instead of speaking words that bring you life, you have inched closer to death. Every word that goes out of you becomes reflected. So if you say you're broke, yes indeed you are. And if you say you don't know where your life is going, yes indeed you don't. This is so simple, I just hope you understand it. Everything around you changes when you change the words you identify with. It is the creating power of God that you have been blessed with. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the moment you were born, you came forth with the ability to use the Word yourself. And not just the words that you use when you speak it.
I really loved it when I watched it. I really loved it because she's bringing the rapping to it. Imagine if that's the kind of rap music you're listening to. So uplifting.
Yeah.
You know, instead of listening to B, F, N, you know.
No, but really, I think it's actually so cool that she did that, because it's just a cool way of telling you that be careful of what you say. Because, you know, like, she was talking about the Bible and everything, and of course in the Bible it says life and death is in the power of the tongue, yes. And they that know it eat the fruits thereof. So a lot of times I think we just get carried away. Please, whatever. But we just get carried away, and then we're just like, oh, you know what, I think I'm doomed. Do you understand?
Yeah,
and then we keep on saying those kind of things, or when someone cracks a joke, oh, I'm dead.
Hey,
girl,
yes, you know the things.
But did you see that too, where someone was like, "This is how you know you're in Nigeria."
I saw it.
I don't know you're dead. We're like, "I'm alive in Jesus' name."
Anyway, let's just move to the topic of the day. In a teenage world of social media apps like Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, slangs these days get hot, fast, and burn out faster. Teens use coded languages as an expression of independence, a way to create an identity separate from their parents, and sometimes keep them in the dark. Just consider how the word great has morphed through years. Boss, groovy, rad, bad, the bomb, and now it's lit. Do you think bad languages or slangs can affect the way we think?
I like lit, yo.
This is the way she was actually like,
lit.
About to be lit.
I actually feel it affects the way you think.
How?
Because, you know, you have a very warped sense of thinking, because what's supposed to be good is now bad. Like swear words become good. Like, you know, when you use the B word, and I'm referring to you and I'm like, hey, B, it's not good.
But let me just say
it's
real
not
quick,
good.
okay, that word B, okay, so I watched this video of this girl on Twitter, and she's like, that's about the most expressive word in
How
English
is it expressive?
Because you can say B to show like when you're angry, or B to like
same
talk
way you
to
can
a
say
friend.
F to say when you're
but
hungry,
I think it
you're
all depends
angry.
on context though. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, you know what, guys, let's bring some guests into it.
Okay, cool.
So today we have some very familiar guests in the studio. Stick around to find out who.
So welcome back, guys. It's still Moment Z. Now see, today's episode is a little bit different, okay? Joining us on set to discuss this topic, bad languages and slangs, we have the entire Moment Z squad. Yes, we have Priska Kewe, we have Kemia Demi, and of course, Tomika Alayonde. Yeah!
For yourself. I just have a feeling it's about to get noisy.
I know. We haven't done this, I think, since the first
episode.
So this is all like nostalgical stuff now. Oh my God.
I'm just here like 1 second away from misbehaving, and my brain is like, behave.
Before I start misbehaving, let's just move into the topic.
Right.
So we're talking about bad languages and slangs. So you heard about the whole thing, how everything has changed from great to from boss to lit and all those kind of things. Now, do you think it actually affects English language in general?
Yes, it does, because in one way or the other, we get carried away by these things. And when you are going to search for a job, probably, you carry your bad language with you.
The thing though is you have to have some measure of self-control. Like I should be able to say like, oh, like girl, last night was lit. Do you understand? And then go to a job interview and be like, oh, so this is who I am and this is what I can do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And then
like,
when the boss tries to just probably crack a joke at something and you forget yourself, oh, that was lit.
Okay, but then if you have such a good relationship with your boss and you say that was lit, is that a bad thing though?
But it's not very professional. It's not.
Sometimes.
No, but then you're not being professional if you're like joking and jiving and whatnot already.
Lisa, why not try it out? That'll be the best.
I think slangs are even better. Bad language, which is like swearing, cursing, I think is the worst.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's the worst?
Because you're actually using bad things. You're
What
saying
makes it bad?
Exactly.
What makes it
Because they're
bad?
wrong now.
The meanings.
They are
But
wrong.
what do you mean?
It's profanity.
It's profanity. What do you mean?
I think what's better is just drawing the line. Because slang is an informal word.
Language.
Using informal word.
Lecturer, Priska.
No,
I know.
I mean,
streets.
language, we know English language. We know the right thing to say is this.
Right.
Once it's now a slang, it's already informal. I know when I'm in Tobike, I can say, Alpha, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Kilo shele.
You know, forgetting the whole entity, but like moments I can say, what's up? What's up, babe? You know, but when it's formal, it's English language. We know we have to be poised.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have to know what we're doing. Like you said, if you're going for a job interview, you cannot go and meet the person who is about to be your boss and say, yo, what's
I
up?
don't even think
Exactly,
it affects
right.
spoken English that much. Written.
It does.
Yeah.
written.
When you want to now write a letter, you're like, oh, is this how to spell this thing?
Exactly.
Because
It
you're
happens.
used to
Yeah,
writing.
that is where I
Even
was going with
messages,
it.
even messages, when someone texts you and person wants to say good night and person writes night.
NYT.
GDNYT.
Or
I'm
what's up?
NYT is
XUP.
better. How about 9 and T?
What's that?
And then stop.
Stop. XUP.
I hate that.
I hate it.
But then do people still do that?
Yes. Jeez. What do you guys think?
Have you checked your DMs lately?
I know, I
Stop
swear.
it.
a lot.
And that's about like the most unattractive thing to me in a
Yeah,
man, I think.
yeah.
When you like someone and then all of a sudden like he gets
They start
another one,
texting anyhow.
and then he's texting you like sub girl.
Like,
oh, like no
Sub
boy.
B.
I'm not
No
really
boy.
trying
I'm
to
sorry. It's over.
How about when you mix up with like
Yeah.
I apostrophe
That's the
that's
most worst.
and then HIS and
Or something.
HE apostrophe S. It pisses me off all
I
the
know.
time. It's like a criteria to know if you can be in my life.
Exactly.
I want to tell you guys something.
Okay, she wants to tell us something. Tell
There
us,
was a
tell
time
us.
I used to like do all the shortcuts and everything because I thought it was so cool. So I'd pull all the everything, you know, like right instead of RIGHT, I'd be like RYT, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So there was a time I was chatting with a boy, and then this guy is like the most obnoxious guy ever. He was not like, you know, they are not charging you per word for WhatsApp messages. From that day, I started just spelling everything out. But you know what? The conversation is still getting interesting because when we come back, we'll be talking more on bad languages and slangs.
Welcome back to the show, and we're still talking about bad language and slangs. So now to ask you guys, where did this thing originate from? Are we just like rude people, as you know?
No.
People managing space.
I think they've always
No?
been slangs as far back as I can remember anyway. They've always kind of just been.
But this bad language, I
Well,
don't think
you know,
our parents
speaking of
swore so much.
Abbreviations when it comes to writing or typing. Remember when GSM was out
yeah,
in
exactly.
Nigeria?
I think that's when
And
that
then
was
text messages cost about, how much was it back
like
then?
10 naira per
10
line.
naira.
Just
Yeah,
I
or
think it
20.
was 20
It was
naira.
20.
I wasn't. Where were you born, please?
But it
Yeah.
was expensive, and I think it's
exactly.
160 characters.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a phone call that was
And then
20.
you want to write something really long.
You have everything.
You have to cut it, and then you now go back. Look for the
And then
words
change
you
the
don't need.
tomorrow to
Remove
tomorrow. Change the at
Tomorrow.
to 18. Change the good morning to good PM or good.
Good day.
Good day.
I think that's where it started. I don't know.
Well, I think
But-
for the slangs, I think they're just things, sometimes are things we hear and we just pick up. For example, you get on a bus and you're going to arrive at your next bus stop, you're now saying, I'm going to a light at the next stop. I'm going to a light. Even people in the bus, they will look at you and be like,
They're carrying it to
what
another
we hear is, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. And some people, it's only in Benin, I know, they say stop. I was even surprised.
Porsche.
When I heard
Yes,
someone
they
say
do.
stop, I was like, what's wrong with this people? I'm from Lagos. But like, there are things we pick up. Like I grew up in Lagos and I hear, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. So when you even get on a BRT bus where there's bell, you still continue to say, oh, wow, and they'll be looking at you like,
right.
Yeah. So there are things we just pick up sometimes. We're not sure. Yeah. Or someone like that's just coming to Lagos today.
Sometimes it sounds funky. Like
yes.
what is woke? What is woke? I don't
know.
Woke.
And even social media helps it spread.
Yeah.
There's this amakonkon I've been seeing lately.
Huh?
I'm not understanding amakonkon.
No.
What does that mean? AMAKAN.
Just something new.
But just like when I see really hilarious stuff, the caption will probably be amakonkon. I don't know if it's Yoruba.
What I've seen lately is
maybe it's a campaign or something.
Yeah, it's a vibe. I like it.
I like it.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah. But you guys, I saw this thing online and I thought I should read. It says the rate of students who cannot pass basic English grammar test is climbing at an alarming rate, close to 30% in a survey done at Waterloo University in Canada. Even students who had good grades in high school are having troubles with basic English grammar, according to the article. Then the person that wrote it now linked the decline in proper grammatical skills to the shortcuts and abbreviations used in text and instant messaging.
But then why can't grammar evolve? Why does it have to be how it's always been?
Evolved.
So why are they saying, they're not failing.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it's even
spell
better.
text. You now write T, X, T.
You know the funny thing, you said 30%, right? And that was in Canada. Come to Nigeria. They need to carry out that survey in Nigeria. Probably 99.99%.
But this is what I'm saying, right? If already like you don't know how to speak English, then it's not about the shortcut you're texting that's affecting you. Like if you know English, you know English though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I think it's just that, like I don't have a problem with the slangs thing. Like I think you should just be able to differentiate like, when it's okay, when it's not okay to use.
I actually feel it's a moral decay.
Moral decay.
Yes.
Wait, what a pigeon.
Why so deep?
What a pigeon, guys. We're talking about wait, now.
Sorry. I'm making a point. It's moral decay because bad things like the word F. Yeah. It's not moral at all. Go back 50 years ago, you will be slandered. You know, I was reading a story about this guy who was a presenter and said this word on TV. He entered Guinness Book of Record. He actually lost his job. It was that serious. You understand? Then you cannot just go and be saying, I heard you when you were saying, oh, I swear, you stopped yourself. I heard you when you were saying, oh, Jesus. Those things are swear words.
Jesus?
Yes. You said it. You didn't even know. This is what I'm saying.
Jesus.
Priska said something and you were like, oh, Jesus.
Yes.
We have turned things that are not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be using as bad language to casual.
I stand with you.
I shouldn't see you and be like, hey, B. No. I should be like, hey, beautiful, uplifting thing.
Hey, beautiful.
I'm sorry. I feel like it just depends on the context.
Exactly.
What is context?
The B word, the F word, it doesn't. It's just like the way people feel about the
oh my God.
Just like kind of like the way people feel about the N word.
Oh my God.
You see? That's what I'm trying to say. It's part of my diction. I'm not an exception to the rule.
What are we talking about right now?
So what you're trying to say is that...
what I'm saying is kind of like the way, like in America, people have a problem like with the N word. And then Jay-Z said like a whole thing about like, oh, they've taken the power back and like it depends on how you use it in context and things like that. So like even for the F word as well, the B word, it depends on how you use it in context. If I'm having a conversation with you and I'm saying like, oh, F this, B, like, do you understand? It could just be pleasant.
Just be pleasant.
And
like when you're commenting under your friend's picture, you're like, F it up, B.
Do you understand? Am I the only sane person here?
I'm saying with you.
No, I actually understand.
Please.
I actually understand what you're saying because I feel there are some people that can't even stand. Like, I don't know why I can't use the F word in a. I'd rather use like fudge.
Daddy, I don't use it.
But really, I'd rather use like fudge, or instead of using the S word, I'd be like, oh, sugar. I don't know. I just can't use that because I just feel like it's
sugar. Really, what's that?
I'm serious because I just feel like it's you just being indecent.
Exactly.
Sort of.
Yes, it
is. It still boils down to morality
one day,
at the end of the day. These things have turned to norms. That's why it feels cool and it feels normal. Go back to 50 years, it wasn't cool.
But ain't nobody going back. We're going forward and going forward.
Yeah, exactly. We're going forward and everything is evolving.
So going forward, I'll be like, hey, fool, and you'll be happy. You'll be happy.
Yeah, but some people say it. It depends on some
exactly. You've all been talking about lit. You've all been talking about popping and the F word. Now, pidgin. Is pidgin a bad language?
No, I think it's a slang.
Pidgin is almost like a native language. It's almost like Igbo and Yoruba. Like it's such a part of our country.
It's the native language of the Lagosian people.
Exactly.
Why you go tell me say pidgin a native language? Pidgin they alright.
But you know how you go to schools and then they punish you for speaking pidgin because they want you to speak Queen's English.
I remember when I was in school, you know, they will always say, if you want to speak another language apart from English, don't do it while you are in session, like while you're in class. If you're going to do, you're going to pay an amount of money.
For real?
Yes. Really? But when I'm telling you, they collect money now. They tell you don't speak vernacular. If you say they collect money. They will tell you pay 20 naira per word. So by the time you say 10 naira, then you say like there are certain things you can say, or maybe a teacher is talking in class and you just look at your friend and say, "Oh dear, I'll catch you later," and maybe you speak Yoruba or Igbo. They'll collect money from you. So when you think about I say, "Oh, they move this one 40 times and pay 400 naira." You know how to keep your mouth shut or how to control. But pidgin, I don't think. Me personally, I just feel pidgin is like official language, our lingua franca for Nigeria.
Yeah, to some extent.
No, it's not. English is our lingua franca.
It is, but
I adopted English because I've argued with my friend to a certain point. We just don't worry. Pidgin is our language. Whenever we want to go outside and find
moral decay.
Pidgin is your language.
Yeah, I just learned how to speak pidgin, so. I don't think you can speak pidgin.
So are you guys?
Yeah,
no, you just. I can't, guys.
I can't imagine Kemi speaking
pidgin. Kemi, say something.
Say something now.
Say, how are you?
How are you doing now?
Wait, that's so easy. No, but wait, I want to ask now. So if you go to a bank or something and then the cashier is like, "Oh yeah, how much you want to put inside the bank account now? Wait till you go do." You guys are just going like,
no, follow me. This is kind of like the question I asked about the school thing. There are settings where you can say certain things, and
so it's still context.
Yeah, exactly, still context. You can't obviously be in a formal environment talking to people from different walks of life, talking about how much you want to put for bank. You understand? And obviously can't be in school as well, where you're supposed to be speaking Queen's English and be speaking pidgin. That doesn't mean you can't speak pidgin outside with your friends.
Okay, but
don't make pidgin bad.
But don't you think that when you speak so much bad language, that it affects the way you speak?
Yeah,
it's just like mixing with bad friends.
Exactly.
Somehow they tend to rub off on you.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you speak pidgin though, right? No, it's fine. I speak pidgin as well. But you speak pidgin. No. You just spoke it now.
I said no. No, but hasn't it ever happened to you that you'd go to a formal setting and then something would just pop in that is not meant to be there, and you just be like, and you just try to say, "Oh, sorry, I meant." Do you understand?
It actually causes a barrier to communication.
I mean, it never happened to me, but okay.
No, but I'm serious. Not all these times when I used to form Funke Akidele English, and I'm like, "Humpty, how you doing?" And there was a time I was on the red carpet, and then they were asking me a question, and then I was all dressed and everything, and I meant to be like, "Oh yes, the movie." It was I think Sugar Boy's concert or something. Okay. So I was like, "Oh yes, I'm expecting a lot," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm expecting a lot." And I'm like, "Oh." Do you see? Lot. Do you understand? It actually affects us.
Yes,
no matter it would always creep in.
I remember my godmother stopping us from watching Jennifer's Diary at the time. So you never watch that thing again. And I'll be like, we're not just helping. She said, if you don't watch, other people watch.
So it's because of
you,
we're not selling.
No, exactly. You see what I'm saying? That she'll not be like, no, you're not the only one. If you don't watch, other people will watch. But then her sister had to tell her that, okay, no, allow these kids watch. There is a lesson in every scene. Just let them pick that up. Leave the language.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct them when you hear them speak. I was passing by the street and one boy was saying, "Skibo Robo, Skibo."
What is that?
I was looking at the boy. In my mind, I was just like,
oh.
Like,
you felt sad for him.
I don't understand. Isn't that like from a song?
It's from a song.
But it's a song now.
So quickly. A very small. That boy should not be
small
4
boy.
years.
Welcome back, guys. It is time for us to wrap up in a nutshell. What's with the Yo, guys, I had fun today, man.
Right.
And in a nutshell, I would just say that there are some things we can't avoid. So we should just try to work around it.
Right.
And that's like the bad languages and slangs, because it is kind of what differentiates your boss from your friend. So you know how to just create that line, even with your grammar, with your diction and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think these things are such a big, like I was trying to say, it's all just contextual, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't say certain things in certain places and you can say certain things in other places, you know? So, like you said, just...
I don't believe in the whole context thing. In a nutshell, I'll say that...
Cool.
Yeah, watch your English. You know, bad language and slangs. Slangs are even better, but bad language, you have to really watch it so that it doesn't become part of your vocab.
Especially if you're in the media or something.
Exactly.
English now.
You now meet the president like, yo,
what's up,
But would you even be your right senses to talk like that?
Okay, maybe 50 years from now, we'll have this discussion again. With generation, what's after Z? I don't know. But I think I had fun today.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
I had so much fun.
The girls like here with the energy and everything.
It was amazing.
Especially Priska.
She was so funny.
hanging out with us. I hope you had as much fun as we did and didn't learn too much bad language from these girls. Till next time, don't forget, everyone deserves a moment, so go get yours.